Hey guys, I'm Amy and you've landed on Bella's Bargains. That's my cow Effingham, and sometimes he co-hosts with me. He's got a lot to say. This channel is Dollar Tree and only Dollar Tree. And why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is $1.25, people. So stick around, consider subscribing, and don't forget to give me that big thumbs up. And if you want to know more about the 4 uploads I do every week, just check out the description box for more information. Enjoy! This is a challenge video. So because some people are going to watch this that have never been on my channel before, I thought I should say that first before I break into song. But don't worry, there's craps. When you're down and troubled and you need helping hand and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, oh baby, to see you again. 'Cause winter, spring, summer or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. You've got a friend, ba-da-da-dum-bum. All right, that's enough of that. Hi guys, welcome to Bella's Bargains. So today's challenge is called Spring Fever. What? Spring Fever. And here's our lovely host. My ring light's showing on there. Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun. And the Lady Red Crafting. And the guest host is DIY with Amber. Okay, so it's been a long time since I've done a challenge. I think it's been well over a year. But since I'm newly retired and I'm working so hard on my channel, I was like, time to get back into the challenge world. So here I am. This is the first one of them can be. So you can't see my shirt, but it says, hello, sunshine. It's sort of, why bother? It sort of matches what I was doing here today, but yeah, you can't see it. Okay, so I had to sing that song. So it was the only thing I think of that had spring in it. Winter, spring, summer, fall. James Taylor. Man, that's a good song. It'll be stuck in your head so badly right now. You guys are going to be singing it. All you got to do is call. It echoes so bad in here. There's no rug in this room yet. Okay, if you're new to the channel, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but all my besties know exactly what's going on at my house right now. All right, so everybody, this channel is Dollar Tree, and only Dollar Tree. And why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is $1.25, or $3, or $5, or $1.75. As a matter of fact, nowadays, we have no idea how much anything is at the Dollar Tree. I preferred it when it was $1, people, $1. Out the window, no more. Okay, so this is just Spring Fever. So the challenge is Spring Fever, so of course I'm like, well, let's go to spring. But you know, I like to theme what I'm doing sometimes, hence I normally have theme Thursdays. This is not on Thursday, this is on Saturday because that's the day of the challenge. But my theme is definitely watering cans. All right, so I only did 3 crafts for you today. So it wouldn't be a super long video because there's so many people on the playlist usually. So I was like, yeah, I'll make it simple. All right, this is my first craft. It's a garland, super adorable. Wait, my watering can was out of place there. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how I made this. But a couple of things, like, so these garlands always come with a loop on them on the end like this. So I added a garland so it could still, I added a garland. I added a tassel. Anyway, this is in their spring collection, gardening stuff actually. They have these garlands for sale, and there's like a flower one. There's this one. I know there's some other ones. I just can't remember what they are. But I did the watering can one. And as you're going to see in the video here in a second, I obviously added stuff to the garland and painted up my little watering cans and so on and so forth. I keep seeing them. So, you know what? Just watch this. I'm going to show you how I made it. This is one of the garlands they had in their spring collection. They had one that's flowers, I think, as well. There may be some other ones. Anyway, this is the watering cans, because, of course, that's sort of the theme I was going to go with for all my stuff today. And I picked 3 colors, yellow, white, and green. So the garland initially had the green beads on it, and I obviously wanted to add some other color beads on there, so stuck with 3 colors, the white, the yellow, and the green, and then matched the watering cans to that, painted them on both sides, and then started stringing the beads on. So I put all the beads on because I could throw them all on there. At first I stick the watering cans on, and then realize I don't want to do that. I actually want to tie the watering cans so they hang a little bit lower. So I strung all the beads on it, and then I tied a tie on all of the watering cans, and then moved on to the ribbon, and I'm just cutting enough lengths so that I can put ribbon in between each bead. I think I ended up having to do 7 pieces of ribbon in each color. Anyway, so what I did was I kept my pattern on the beads the same, yellow, white, green, and then the watering cans followed that, yellow, white, green, and then I would put yellow, white, green, a watering can, and then yellow, white, green, and in between the beads, or on either side, I guess, actually, would be the ribbons. And so you just do like the Cancer sort of sign, and then flip it over and through the top. Pull the tails over through the top. I kept this in real time so you guys could see. And you're just going to pull it. It's funny, it almost looks like a bow tie when you do that. But yeah, okay. So, and of course my white ribbon had the yellow and the green in there as well, which was done on purpose. I picked that ribbon actually before I picked the other colors of the beads. And then this is like the Save the Earth ribbon, but the green is perfect. And you guys, I know I'm trying to use up my stash. And what am I going to use recycle ribbon for other than a spring garland, right? I mean, it makes sense in my world. So anyway, so it was super easy, right? So yellow, white, green, ribbon in between, and then a watering can. So next I'm going to move on to adding tassels to the end of this. So these are the tassels that are actually on the Easter garlands that they are making, that they sell. And I have had quite a few of them and took them all apart for the beads, but I had the tassels left. So I'm going to go with 6 pieces of ribbon, including the original ribbon that was on there. So there's actually 7 pieces on there. And I went yellow, white, green, then the piece that was on there, and then green, white, yellow. So it ended with yellow on the top. Okay, so I've left this in real time again so you guys can see. So I take my piece of jute and I tie it just tight knot on the very top of this. So now we have it so that we can tie it onto the garland once I'm done making this tassel. And these tassels, they start out, they're too long, so I'm going to trim it as we get finished with it. But for now, I need to put the neck on it, I guess is what you would call it, where we wrap the jute and pull it all together there. So there's a trick. You put a loop at the top, and then you wrap around once. Let's see if I do it this time. I know I messed up one time. And then you put your ribbon through that. And that's just to give it a starting point. And now I'm going to wrap all around and go around and around and around. I don't know what I'm doing there. Oh yeah, there's an extra string. I was trying to figure out where that string was from. It was a loose one. So I've pulled it through, and then I'm going to hold that bottom there, and I'm going to wrap around. This is so hard to teach you guys. It just sort of takes some practice. And I'm going to go around. I don't even know how many times I go around. Doesn't matter. That's individual, like, you know, how big do you want the neck to be on your tassel. And once I get around enough times and I'm down to the end, I'm going to cut a little bit off here because I think like I've done enough. And I'm going to push that through the loop, and then at the bottom pull the tail on that loop, and it pulls your cut piece through, and now no glue, no knots, and you're wound around and it's secure. I hope that kind of made sense, you guys. All right, and so then I'm just gonna trim. I'm gonna tie my tassel on. I just tied it directly onto the loop that is already on this garland. The garland comes with a little loop on the end, and I just tie it directly onto that. And I leave the loop so you could hang it, and your tassel would hang down. So the loop still gives you a way to hang it onto something, and the tassel would hang down from there. Trimming it off, and now I'm going to trim this tassel because it's too long. I've already done one, so I'm going to use that as my guide for how much to cut off. And then this is an important thing when you put ribbon on it. Now you sort of need to separate your ribbon. So I just hold it at the neck, pull each ribbon to one side, the next one to the next side, then to this side, then to that side, to that side. And I'm just spreading them out a little bit to make them more tassel-like. All right, and this one's done. Came out super cute. I'm pretty happy with it. You know, you could do this without painting your watering cans too if you wanted. I just was really trying to add some fun color to it. And I think that the natural wood on the flowers that are on the watering cans pulls in the jute twine element. There you go. There's one down. Pretty simple, right? Not bad. Okay, so I absolutely love the colors. I think this came out super cute. Like I said, I did not tie on my watering cans, and that's because so often when you're doing a garland and you hang it a certain way, like I like the mobility, all of this stuff on this garland can be moved. So I can recenter it when I hang it wherever I hang it. That's just a little garland trick, by the way, because when you absolutely stationary something in a specific spot, then depending upon where you hang it, like you get to the loop and there's something there, and so you can't loop it where you want, you know what I mean? Like you dangle it where you want to. Okay, I'm not even gonna, yeah, there it is. All right, so the second thing I made is probably my favorite. I mean, I actually like all three of these, but this next one, I really tried something brand new, something I've never done before. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody do it. Anyway, this is, the bottom of this really is not the craft. This was just what I did so I could show you the craft. The craft really is this up here, which is my watering can with water coming out of it. What? Check out, oh, there's a glue string. Check out my water coming out of my watering can right there. If I do this, you can see it better. Yeah? Okay, so they have these. I think I got these last year during the spring garden stuff came out. There's another one that says, welcome to my garden. I picked the one that said life is beautiful. Anyway, and I put a stick on it to stick it into this because it was a hanging like sign thing. All right, this one was a little more difficult, but I want you guys to pay close attention to my painting there. So this is my faux galvanized and my florals, and see in the background there where I've added in the color. I'm going to talk about this in the voiceover. So let's look. This is a little bit longer one, a little bit more intense, but watch. This one takes a long time. All right, I kept this in real time to show you the colors. That's a deep green, I think it was. Was it forest green? Okay, well anyway, this is mulberry. And these are the acrylology. They're the Dollar Tree paints, which I'm totally fine with. I like. This one is violet. And I'm just putting some squirts on my paper there to start painting this up. And then I'm going to pull out a deep yellow. It's almost like an orangey yellow. It feels like a daisy yellow to me, which that big flower I think is a daisy. And then just a straight yellow. And I'm going to start painting. So, and the yellow went bonkers. It just flew out of there so fast. I ended up putting a bunch back into the bottle. Like, I'm not wasting that paint. Come here, yellow. Get back in your bottle. Okay. And then I start painting. So this is tedious. There's a lot of grooves and blah, 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 blah. But eventually I get it all painted. I'm sorry, you guys. I tell you this every time I paint, and I try and be aware of it, but I pull it close into my body. I'm sure it's for visual so I can see. Anyway, I'm just painting these flowers whatever colors, and then I'm adding dimension by like putting, you know, lines on them and whatnot. They're not just a solid color. So you could do it just a solid color if you want. I added some shadowing and whatnot with other colors. So I'm going to paint this all up, but one of the things on this particular piece is that in the background, there's like that area. So you have the three-dimensional flowers to the front, and then the background. There's no really end to the watering can. There's no lip that you can see on this wood thing. So I'm just going to sort of make it my own. And with the greens, I did a little bit of mixing with white and the deep green to get that more Kelly green sort of. And I was just mixing the colors all up and doing shadowing and so on and so forth. I'm so sorry, you guys. I am awful when I'm painting. I lose myself in the painting and I forget that I'm filming. And so I just end up pulling it so close to my body. So on the leaves, though, there was a lot of crevices. I stuck like the dark green deep into those crevices to give it some contrast. And now I'm just going to add different colors, fill in our center of our florals and whatnot, and just kind of finish off the top layer of the florals. And I think they came out cute. I think it looks fine. See, there you go. I'm adding that deep green into the crevices just to bring out the dimensions of that leaf. So now in the back, I go with sort of an olive green and mix it in with a bunch of different colors. I'm going to fill in the whole back area. And it's kind of difficult to get in here, but I mean, I'm not looking for perfection. This isn't, you know, a Picasso. So, but what I do, the reason that I did the olive sort of green and I mixed it with the dark green is to give it a deeper, more almost brownish green color, which is more olive, right? And now I'm going to take, as I'm just adding colors here in the background, I'm just taking little bits of the color and dousing them into the background, like some of the orange and some of the purples, and so that it looks like it's, you know, it's all muted together, but it's florals in the background as well. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, because I don't want to paint it just one solid color because it's still part of the floral bunch. Just they're not as defined. That's like the background of it. Okay, let's move on to the watering can itself, which I want to try and make galvanized. I've never done faux galvanized before, and I must say I'm pretty proud of myself. So I took the silver paint and black. That's it, silver and black, and I'm just plopping color all over. By the way, I went a little darker when I was up by the flowers, like it's shadowing, right? So that was just a little more black up towards the top. But I am just literally pouncing that paint all over the place. See that? Looks like a pounce, pounce, pounce. And I'm pouncing all over the words. You'll understand why when I get to doing the words. So I want to make sure every surface is covered. I need to, that's the butterflies all covered. And I'm just, this is silver and black. That's it. And then I'm going to take my white and start. Look at that. Look, see how it starts looking galvanized? What? Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I know. Oh, I love this. And it really does look like a galvanized, I mean, it's faux, but you know what I mean. And then once I've got all the color on there, I take the is this the stippling or stencil brush? And I'm just pouncing that on top of it because it blends the colors really well. Here we go with the words. I'm just taking a Sharpie and doing the very top. So the reason I wanted to cover everything in paint is because I'm not going to go down the sides of these letters. I am just using a black marker on the very top surface. I gave it 3 coats, and if you'll see when I get here, I have the life and the beautiful and the is and is dark, because that 3rd coat really finished it off. Now I'm taking my metallic, my glass, my metal markers, and I'm coloring in my butterfly. And I didn't make this like super bright because the flowers I thought were like the bright part. I was just trying to make this kind of purplish, and with the metallic markers in this video it's kind of hard to see, but it gives it just that little iridescence almost from the metallic markers. Okay, and then I do a little shadowing with a white glass marker. Alright, now I'm going to put water coming out of my spout.
So this is the nautical twine, which has a white and a jute or tan colored twine. And I used this, I cut 5 strips and I separated them to individual strips. By the way, I'm just filling in the hole right here on the daisy. I forgot to fill in the hole where the hanger was because it was a sign. So I separated those. I have 5 very thin. This is very thin white string, very thin. It's almost like kite string. If I had kite string, that would have worked. I didn't, so I separated it out of that stuff. And I'm going to cover these in Mod Podge. So a couple different methods there. I pulled it through, and then I just like bundled it up and pulled it out and straightened it out. And this is saran wrap. Why do I have saran wrap? You're going to see why. So I'm just putting, again, just here goes all the jute. I mean, the string is all Hot Podged. Now, I am taking silver and blue and green and purple and aqua and these glitter colors, and I'm just dousing these strings in glitter. This works so well. I've never done it before. I've never seen this done before, but it really did work well. And so I'm rubbing it around in the glitter too. I want to get glitter on all sides. And then did you see that? It's almost like I'm making sushi. I start rolling it in that glitter, and it worked amazing. These things, you can't tell in this video, but they were so glittery. It was just, yeah. All right, so, and then I had a couple spots that were bare, so I filled those in. But I ended up cutting these a lot shorter once I put it all together, which there's that. Now, Mod Podge on the spout. Look at that. And now that's all glittery too. So let's make the planter that we're going to put this into. This is a $5 bucket from a Dollar Tree Plus, and I'm sticking in all of these florals. I did not remove tags because I'm not going to leave this. This is just to show you guys. So on the garland or the glitter strings that I made, put a knot in it, pull it through from the back. That one had a spot without any glitter, so I pulled it up a little bit. So I'm just knotting the back and pulling it through. And then I'm going to take some almost water blue colored beads, and we're going to give these a little weight so that they hang down. So on this one, I put 2 of them up the string a little bit. The next one, I just put 1, I think, at the bottom. Anyway, I did these in different levels, different amounts of beads on it. I didn't push the beads up too far because it was really pulling off the glitter. So anyway, I think this just came out so cute. I'm pretty proud of myself. Now, I could have done it with like beads, glass beads, but I didn't. All right, and then I just put the stick on. There you go. So what do you think of my painting? Anyway, I kind of like the galvanized them. I was like, wow, Amy, that was pretty good. I mean, not bad, right? Okay, so the only thing is I really did think about going back and painting this in white. I will say this, if you were going to do it, I would probably take I don't know that I wouldn't take a heat gun and remove the words if you could. In hindsight, I kind of wish I had, but I didn't because I could have put like a cute graphic there, a sticker or something. I didn't. I did it as it is because I do try to do that. I try and like take what they sell us and create with them so that you guys, anyway, but it's fine. I love it. I think it's super cute. Mostly, I'm impressed with my rain, my water. I really like my water. Okay, and then the last one is just it's a nice upscale. So this is a sign. Is this year or last year? I can't remember. So it said, so many weeks, so little time. Now listen, you guys, for those of you that watch my channel regularly, you know I love to vintage things out. And I think some of their signs are really good. They just need to be vintage. But what I think is interesting about this one is they're already sending us in that direction with this tattered sort of paper on a piece of wood look. It's that way down here too. And so I just went ahead and went with that and followed it and went through. Now this is so easy. But what a huge difference. I absolutely love my little terracotta pot on the bottom and the florals up here.
And I didn't go too far. I didn't add a bow up here. I didn't put any beads. I left all that. So I want you guys to think about that. A lot of times when people are crafting, they'll go over, they'll just do too much. So in this one, look at this. I stuck to enhancing one specific thing, and that was the florals, which really, really brings this sign out. Obviously, I sanded it and aged it, which really helped. Okay, I think this one is my favorite, actually. I don't know. Anyway, you guys, let me show you how I made that one. It's easy.
Easy upscale. Easy, easy. So first I'm going to sand the sides of this because I always sand the sides of these things because there's always paper hanging off. And of course we know I'm going to vintage this up because I love to vintage up their signs. Plus, this already has that vintage feel because it's sort of tattered on the ends there. It's like the print looks like it's sort of tattered paper. So I'm just doing some sanding on some of the areas where it has that wear in the print too. And then I'm going to take my, you know what I'm going to use, boys and girls, my shoe polish. My favorite thing. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out. Okay, so I'm just going over the whole sign, and this is what I typically do. I go over it, and it's pretty dark, and then I pull out a wipey, and I start just sort of pulling that back off a little bit, but it's just perfect. It gives it such a vintage look. I like it much better than the bright, shiny print that it starts out at. So the florals up there, we've got the greenery, we've got the blue. I don't have any little blue flowers, but I had these little blue berries, and they were perfect. So I was like, yep, going to use those. And I'm just going to glue them here to three-dimensionalize that floral part coming out of my, what is it? Watering can. Yep, every project had a watering can today. And I'm just going to hot glue. So stick a little hot glue down there, and then I'm going to take some of my greenery, put that in there, using my finger protector from the glue so I don't get burned. And then this is a little too long, so I just cut it and you bend it back and forth and it snaps off. Yeah, just going to build it up there. And then I kept the couple little pieces of the blue because I need them for when I do the bottom part of this. Add a few more pieces of greenery in there to finish it off. And I wanted to cover up where the greenery is just like glued down. So I just took little pieces and cut them really short and glued it right on top. And then you don't see all of the, where I glued everything down right there. It's just a way to hide it. Okay, so let's move down to the bottom. Now, this is the first time I've ever done this. So there's probably a better way, I don't know. But I just decided I wanted half of this, so I just started hitting it with my scissors. And I was like, I'm going to get this. And I wasn't too worried because I thought, okay, if I break it in the wrong spot, no big deal, because I'll glue it and I'll moss it. I mean, like, I totally knew what I was going to do. And, of course, that is exactly what happened. It broke in the wrong way. So that's fine. I glued it, finished breaking it down to what I needed to be. I glued it, and then I just put moss over my cracks in it. Could have probably just made them darker too, like with a marker or something. But anyway, all right, so I glued it together, just a little tacky glue, and then on the inside I threw a little hot glue to help keep it together because I do this and then it comes apart on me. I was like, okay, well, I didn't do that right. Watch, it goes bam. Yeah. So I glue it back and then hot glue in the inside. And that worked. Okay. Now, I've got to go to putting this little piece on my sign, which I just think it looks so cute there. I thought this was perfect. Little hot glue, put that down. Now we're going to get out our moss, and we're just going to stick some moss on our broken terracotta pot there. So, which this worked, covered up the cracks. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my pot and add some moss rocks to the side of my thing there. So one of the rocks down, and then I take rock, cut it in half. Look at that. So I get a little bit smaller one, and I can put one on the side over there. Look at that. Worked perfect. Now let's put our greenery in there. I'm going to use the same greenery I've used on top. I don't have as much of the little blue berries, but it was just the right amount, actually, I think. So Fill it in. Let's glue in our little berries. We're still adding greenery. So part of the reason I'm still adding green, those daisies that were there, I was like, do I need to cover them up? Anyway, I didn't. And I'm going to add just a little hint of the blue there from the pieces that I cut off from up above. And then that's it. It's done. But it looks so much better than it did. It's so cute now. I mean, really cute. Okay, all right, you guys, which one was your favorite? You better let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to come back and say goodbye to you guys. Finishing off with the little moss. See? The hardest part was breaking that terracotta pot. But I was convinced, I was like, no big deal. If I bust it all apart, I'm just going to glue it all back together and get what I want. So again, this one is just a really cool upscale. I really do like this one. And I love the water. Oh no, we're losing a greenery piece here. You know, it happens, right? I love it when I'm showing something and then something falls off. Like, what? Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching mine. What I would really like you guys to do, all my besties, is to go, the playlist is in my information box down below. Go to that. Please go and watch all of the other creators. I mean, we all spend so much time doing these videos, and I'm always so appreciative of other creators. And because I haven't done challenges in so long, I've been sort of removed from that community for a while. So getting back into it. But they are, there's some fabulous creators, so please go and watch them. Tell them that Amy from Bella's Bargain sent you when you go to, and make sure you leave a comment on their videos, because it does really help other channels and of course helps mine. So again, if you're new to the channel, I hope you consider coming back. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please tell me in the comments down below which one of these was your favorite. You can't really see the garland now. I should be wearing it like a necklace. Yeah. All right. And winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll go with you. Oh yeah, $2 tree. Everybody, have a great day, great week, and great life. And as always, from your singing crafty crafter, happy hunting at your local Dollar Tree. I'll be back with my haul either today or tomorrow, depending upon how fast I get things to upload in my area, because we have Rennies in the house, and that means the uploads are really slow. So anyway, but thanks so much for watching, you guys. Don't forget, comment down below. Thumbs up. Bye, besties.